All right, guys. So what we're looking at here, now you've downloaded Beowulf in Google Classroom in Module 3. Here at the very bottom, you will see Beowulf Reading and Annotations. That is what I want you to click on. You'll click on the Grendel Beowulf. So click on this. As you click on it, it's going to open up your PDF. It might take a little while, but it should open up and look similar to this. So it should have like this gray bar kind of stuff around it, and you should have some of these buttons and things that you can do with it. So you should be able to annotate from this. Now, annotations, the way that I look at annotations and the way that I perceive you guys being able to do them is as you read through the story, it's making notes to help you understand the story more and to sort of put you in that space of being able to comprehend. If you're able to make some good annotations, it helps me know that you're comprehending the story, and it also helps you as you're reading the story, because this is a long story that can get really tough to pay attention to sometimes, because you can read for like 20 lines and then realize I don't understand a thing of what I just read, okay? So the annotations will help you out with that to sort of avoid this. So I'm going to show you guys where I'd already started some of my annotations here. I used the freehand drawing to draw. That was easier for me. So here, let's look at our first section. So we have Hrothgar, king of the Danes, has built a wonderful mead hall called Harrowt, where his subjects congregate and make merry. As this selection opens, a fierce and powerful monster named Grendel invades the mead hall, bringing death and destruction. So here, what's happening? What's going on just from this first little piece of the text we see? What are we seeing here in just this first little section here? What's going on? What's the story here?
A monster is invading something.
Okay, good, yeah. So we have a monster invading something. What is that? Where are they all meeting at? Does it tell us where they're meeting? Yeah, a mead hall, which is sort of like what?
Like a town's like hall, like a city or at the main.
Yeah, it's where they all met together. Now, for Baptists, it would be the church potluck at the end of the day, because you always have fried chicken. You gotta get together somehow. You won't bring Baptists in, put fried chicken in front of them. But so all these guys are meeting up in this big old building that's in the center of the town. It's this huge sort of meeting place, cafeteria type deal. And they come here, they hang out, they're having a great time. Everything's awesome. And then we have this powerful monster come and attack. So here, for me, I put background information next to this. This made more sense to me for me to remember, okay, this is the background. This is the cultural stuff that I need to know to understand the rest of my reading. So as you're doing annotations, you should follow along with the same similar kind of structure as this. I'm going to go through the first paragraph with you guys to show you what I would do with my annotations, and I want you to copy some of those same kind of ideas as we're going into the rest of it. Okay, so as you guys are going to be reading and doing this, that'll be what you do. And again, if you missed it, you're clicking on the PDF. It should open up as a PDF. You want to open it with the read and write for Google Chrome, and that should put you in, as it loads up, it should put you in something similar to this, where you have a chance to actually annotate on it and do work with it. Okay, and you'll do that for both of those texts that we have. So let's look at what I'm expecting you guys to do. Oh, let me get out of this so I can actually do it. Okay, so we have Grendel, a powerful monster. Let me make this big so you can see it. Okay, Grendel, a powerful monster living down in the darkness, growled in pain, impatient as day after day the music rang loud in that hall. The harps rejoicing call in the poets' clear songs, sung of the ancient beginnings of us all, recalling the the Almighty making the earth, shaping these beautiful plains marked off by oceans, then proudly setting the sun and moon to glow across the land and light it. The corners of the earth were made lovely with trees and leaves, made quick with life, with each of the nations who now move on its face. And then, as now warriors, sang of their pleasure. So Hrothgar's men lived happy in his hall till the monster stirred. That demon, that fiend, Grendel, who haunted the moors, the wild marshes, and made his home in hell. Not hell, but earth. He was spawned in that slime, conceived by a pair of those monsters born of Cain, murderous creatures banished by God, punished forever for the crime of Abel's death. The Almighty drove those demons out, and their exile was bitter, shut away from men. They split into 1,000 forms of evil, spirits and fiends, goblins, monsters, giants, a brood forever opposing the Lord's will, and again defeated. Okay, now we just read 30 lines of poem, and we have covered a lot of stuff in just that short amount of time. So let's scroll up and let's look at this first section here. So you have Grendel, a powerful monster living down in the darkness. Just looking at these first 5 lines, what do we learn about this section? Who do we meet? Who's the main character out of this section? Who's the main character we see? Grendel, right? Talks about Grendel here. Heck, it even has his name right up here at the top. I would probably circle that myself if I were to make my notes, or I'd underline it. I would know at least who Grendel is, what Grendel's about. So looking here, what do we know about Grendel?
He's a powerful monster living down in the darkness and running in pain.
Yeah, so it's a powerful monster. Grendel is a powerful monster. He's in pain. He's down in the darkness where all evil things are all the time. And he's starting to get sick of stuff. It says he's getting impatient day after day. What's he getting so sick of? What's he impatient about? What's his deal? So we know he's evil. He's doing his own little thing. But it says he's also impatient. What's he getting so amped up about? What's happening around him that's making him so upset?
Everybody's like rejoicing and he's not really wanting to rejoice. Like he's just kind of down on himself.
Oh, there you go. Excellent. I like how you're thinking even about his mental, how is he feeling, kind of. Because Grendel, pure evil, the monster here, he is hearing these dudes having the most fun party ever. They are so stoked. They are talking about everything, all the way from God creating the world down to just anything that they could do to express how happy they are and how excited they are about everything going on. So in my annotations, I would have underlined how he's in pain, he's impatient. The music was one of the things that was really getting his attention. He was very upset about this music playing so loud in that hall, and it sort of stirs him up. Now, I want y'all to see, from here, from line 4 all the way down to line 14, all of this is just the lyrics of the song that they're singing. It's talking about how when God created the world, shaping the beautiful plains and the oceans to glow across the land and light it, corners of the earth made lovely with trees and leaves and blah, blah, blah. Gives a lot of information, but none of it's about the story. So that's why these annotations are very important. Here off to the side, I wrote, these are the lyrics of their song. And I made sure to denote what section is this song. So this is the song section. So that way I know, okay, these are the lyrics of a song that they're going to be doing. Okay? Now as we go on to the next, let me see if I can get this thing down there. Okay, so now we have these men having a happy time, good. But then we actually meet Grendel. We see Grendel. We hear about his home. He haunts the moors, the wild marshes. He lives in the swamp, just like Shrek. And then after this, we get another full section of just explaining how evil he is. So these are the types of annotations I want you to do for the rest of the story and for that second part. So this is getting introduced to Grendel and Beowulf, and then the fight between them. So that'll be where I'm going to sort of leave you off today. Now again, you need to get this Monmouth practice. You need to make sure you get that done. Do the boasting activity, which is using those kennings and the other stuff that we talked about to talk about how awesome you are in your activity, and then doing annotations both for text number 1, which is this one, and text number 2. Okay, and there's little questions and stuff here off to the side to help you out as you're going along. Anybody have any questions about that? All right, awesome. So if y'all need any help on that, again, reach out to me, email me, get in touch with me, that way I can help you out, okay? We have to still lay on the bell though.